1, 2, 3. Hi everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. So many of you have requested us to do this Q&A video, and I thought it had been a very long time since we filmed one. It was actually only 3 months ago.
Seems like a long time ago.
It does. 3 months seems like a very long time. So for now on, we decided that we are going to be filming seasonal Q&As. So this is going to be our summer 2019 Q&A. To be involved in all of the Q&As, guys, go ahead over and follow us on Instagram. Mine is Minx Mindy, his is Larry Links, and that is where we get all of our questions from and also future video polls. So head on over and follow us on Instagram if you are not already, and thank you so much. Also, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. This is my husband, Larry, and my name is Mindy. I do want to add, the background is different, guys. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. We do usually film in this room, but we usually sit on the floor. This is a lot more comfortable to sit on the bed. So if you like the new setup, let me know.
Usually you would see, now you're seeing that way.
Yeah.
You're going to get the whole room. And actually,
this is our guest room.
For old time's sake, this is where Mindy actually filmed this very spot.
This is
her very first video on YouTube.
That's crazy. I didn't think of that. I had a construction lamp from your garage. I had my camera propped up on some books and stuff, didn't I? Fun times. After receiving your guys' questions, I realized there was a lot flowing in. So therefore, let me just show, okay? Larry's nodding with the questions. Here we go. We're still rolling. Okay. Okay. Oh, still going. There we go. With that being said, guys, we put out a poll asking if you guys wanted to have a longer Q&A video session. You voted yes. That way we can answer as many questions as possible. We figured we'll answer some. I did say, let me read you exactly what I asked for on Instagram. That way everybody is on the same page. I said, all right, guys, let's film a summer Q&A, ask away, relationship, YouTube, summer, travel, beauty, Harry Potter, etc. Filming this today, so get your questions in. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your snacks, and sit down with us while we film this Q&A.
Or your water. Ooh.
Okay, let's read the first question.
What do you and Larry love most about summer?
For me, that's a hard one in Florida because
it's a lot different in Florida.
Yeah, I feel like Florida's the opposite because in the summer months, a lot of us stay inside or we're in the pool or at the beach. So for living in Florida, I would say my favorite thing is honestly the thunder lightning storms. I love the smell of fresh rain, so that's one of my favorite things.
My favorite is it's not winter.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Would you be my tour guide at Universal so I can finally meet my friend?
I would love to. Yeah, it was. We have been there enough now that I could probably take you to all the cool Harry Potter places, and if you're not a real big Harry Potter fan, we could still take you to all the other places that you would enjoy.
I would love to do that. How cute would it be to have like a small group of like subscribers and get to go in and like take you guys around to our favorite parts and ride the rides together? That would be the cutest.
Who do you people think you are? We're the Minxies. What are you going to be for Halloween? It's summer, time to plan.
That's true. I think I want to be Khaleesi. I want to be Daenerys Stormborn, Daenerys Targaryen.
I want to be the head of the Nightwalkers.
Oh, the Nightwalkers. He's fine.
He's like a tall, skinny guy that looks kind of scary.
With blue eyes.
So I could fit that, and then I just have to go like this. And all the stuff around me would go crazy.
I like it. So that's what we're thinking. We're not sure yet, but that's what we're thinking. I need to get a very long, beautiful blonde-haired wig. I want to see what I look like as a blonde. That would be interesting. What is your favorite summertime dinner? Love you guys. We love you too.
Anything cooked on the grill. Steak and potatoes. That's anything always, but on the grill is my favorite.
I would say anything grilled. Grilled food for the summertime. Just the smell of grills when you walk outside. Anything grilled.
Do you like Disney, or have you ever been to Disney World?
I love Disney. I love Disney movies. I just love Disney in general. I've been to Disney World once here in Orlando when I was in 6th grade, so I am far overdue and would love to visit again. We actually might have plans to go there in the future.
Near future.
Yeah, in the very near future, and we will be vlogging.
Yes, we will.
Because that was a repetitive question about visiting Disney and if we would ever vlog there. So yes, when we do go to Disney, we absolutely will vlog it.
I have been to Disneyland, but I've never been to Disney World.
So it'll be a new experience for you.
Yes.
Are you going to do a meetup soon? I'd love to meet you and Larry.
We just talked about meetups, and historically, I think the majority of meetups go with someone that's promoting a book or a clothing line or a makeup line or something, and we really don't have a product to endorse, so it's hard for us to find a place that would allow us to do a meetup.
I think some YouTubers do meetups just for meet and greets. Yeah, we don't have anything in the books planned yet, guys. I don't even know how to go about doing that. I don't know, but when the opportunity arises, when and if, we will definitely keep you guys updated and let you know.
Maybe we could do, like you said, a day at Universal where we just say we're going to be at this certain point or part of the park at a certain time. And
I think Universal would have to heavily be involved in that. We do plan to go to Universal in October.
I don't know if we get a crowd.
We probably wouldn't. Yeah, we probably wouldn't. But we're going to Universal. That was another question. Any future... You know what? We'll answer that when we get to that question.
Favorite date night plans? What y'all like to do for dates?
So, I would say favorite date night plans would be... I love when Larry and I just go to a beach, or when we were in Ohio, like Lake Erie, just visit a beachy kind of place and then get ice cream. And that's kind of like my favorite thing, like to take a walk, go to a beach, and get ice cream.
Yeah, we were about 3 miles away from the shores of Lake Erie when we lived in Cleveland, and now we're about a mile away from the shores of the Gulf of Mexico. And a block or two east of the shoreline here in Florida is an ice cream store that has the old-fashioned tubs that they scoop the stuff out of and put it in. Yeah, so it's perfect. We should go there more often, but we don't.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a question that is obviously highly requested. And this one is, how is having a baby process going?
Expensive.
Yeah. I would say, of course, we have the desire to have a child. But we'll be 100% honest with you guys, it really is on hold. We have other bills to pay, and financially it is an extremely financially expensive situation, just because Larry and I have the complication of we have to have a procedure done in order for us to have a child, in case you guys are new and you don't know that. So the procedure is quite expensive, so we're just kind of trying to organize, pay off some bills first.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way was free, but unfortunately that doesn't work for us. So we do have a separate account, and we are building money and saving. So hopefully when that gets closer to, we'll have more news for you.
Yeah, trust me, as soon as we're like actively going to these appointments, guys, which we had appointments in the past, but we know what we need to do now. We know how much we need to save. So therefore, once we have that and we actively start going to appointments, of course, we're going to bring you guys along on the journey.
Absolutely.
So cute. I'm hoping, okay, I'm 27. I'm going to be 28. I am praying by the time I am 30. Thank you for asking. That's very sweet. Oh, great question.
Where did Mindy Minx come from? Is that y'all's last name?
It is not. So Mindy is actually my name. So technically my real name is Melinda, but forever, all my entire life, my family, friends, everybody has always called me Mindy. And then Minx actually came from, I was deciding like what to call the YouTube channel when I first started it. And Larry nicknamed me Mink. Like he always says, hey Mink, M-I-N-K. Well, that name was actually taken, so I put an X there instead. So that is actually where Minx comes from. So it's like my nickname, Mindy Minx.
Yeah, I took a picture of a mink in Ohio. He's a little cute little furry animal, and she wanted a nickname, and she was cute, so I called her the Mink.
The Mink. If you could meet one Harry Potter character, dead or alive, who would it be? Hopefully it's alive.
I think I would like to meet Maggie Smith, because I admired her so much in Downton Abbey, and her career has been such a long and good one. I think I would like to meet her.
Oh, I would honestly say that just for that reason too. If to be different, I would say Hermione Granger, Emma Watson.
Oh.
I mean, I've had dreams that she was my best friend, so.
Yeah.
Which we're not. I wish we were, but we're not. She doesn't know me. But I know her.
I had you pick more for Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan Rickman. That makes me so sad. He was so talented. This is a question that's quite repetitive because I did put YouTube in the Q&A.
Hardest thing about starting a channel? That's a good question.
Yeah, so this might be a little bit of a complex question, one that might take me a little bit to explain. The hardest thing about running a YouTube channel is like first starting it off. You don't know, some people will know exactly what they want to do and they're very strict to following that. My channel hopped around a bit. I started off with beauty, but let's be honest, I'm not as talented as a lot of the beauty gurus out there.
But
so
you're
then,
beautiful.
Thanks, babe. So I switched to like Harry Potter, and now I'm more like lifestyle vlogging and Bath and Body Works, like a bunch of random everything, pretty much life. So the hardest thing is not having anybody to go to. Like when you first start, you don't have a boss. Like when you in the real world, you have a boss to go to ask, hey, what do I do? And you start getting emails and you're like, okay, is this legit or is this not legit? Like you don't have anybody to go to. And YouTubers, there's not, like, we don't really talk about it.
The hardest part for you was just to get up enough nerve to actually sit down in front of the camera and do it. It took her about 2 years.
Yes, I wanted to start a channel a long time ago. So to build up the courage, and I'm going to include like another question in this. Somebody asked who my favorite YouTuber is, and who, you know, she really honestly gave me the inspiration to start a channel, and that is So Sug. I'm sure you all know about her, but she is the one that I've been watching for like 9 years, and I really wanted to start a channel a long time ago, but I was nervous. I was like, what are people gonna think of me? I'm nervous, like, so that is the struggles, I would say, with getting a channel up and running. Plus, you think you have to have all this fancy equipment. You don't. So if you want to start a channel, honestly, you can use your iPhone and natural window light. That's all you really need.
The hardest part was trying to figure out what's the best camera, and we found that out, and it's not a real expensive camera. So that was easy to get. We checked out lighting, and I don't think there's any one YouTuber, I shouldn't say that, there's not a whole lot of YouTubers that would say, okay, start to finish, this is what you need, this is how you need to do it, this is how you need to do the setup. You just pick and choose and watch a lot of YouTube videos about how to do YouTube videos.
And then the most rewarding thing, because this is a question also about starting a YouTube channel or getting involved in a YouTube channel, is the fact that you guys enjoy watching us, that you support us and love us. That is the most rewarding thing. Plus, I would say confidence. My confidence level has changed dramatically. It gave me so much confidence.
I think the most rewarding thing for me is when we're out somewhere and somebody goes, "You're on YouTube!
Yeah.
I love your videos, I watch you!"
Yeah.
And they recognize us, because, I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're just your, like, casual, everyday, regular people. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a rant, but just to gather, like, all the YouTube in one clump, that would be it.
I think my favorite YouTuber is Abigail Cup of Tea.
Abigail, she's so cute. She's a
Very friendly.
Yeah, she's a...
And she's helped you out. She has a kitty. Kitties.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she promotes reading. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I tried to do it 3 times, but I'm technically cutting you off. Yeah, she does a lot of reading and book clubs and Harry Potter.
And I'm talking about promoting reading, and I have not read the Harry Potter books yet.
Shame.
Chapter 4, Book 1.
What's your dream vacation?
I think my dream vacation would be to go to London.
Yes. I want to do either a 2-week, probably about a 2-week, to go to London to visit the Warner Brothers studio tour and just London in general. And then I would also like to visit Scotland and do Edinburgh and Downton Abbey, Highclere Castle. Like, I would like to do that. That's our dream vacation wrapped up in one visit.
Once I got into the Harry Potter, and then I got her into Downton Abbey. Those two combined, I think London just shot up to the top of the list. And when we get so much positive feedback from there, it would be fun to go and meet people.
Yeah.
Do you have any future vacation plans?
Yes, we do! So excited! So the first one is going to be in September.
Yes.
We have planned a trip up to Boston, Massachusetts, which I'm so excited about because we are going to see the Downton Abbey exhibition, and I am so excited for that. It is phenomenal. We love Downton Abbey. Plus, if you guys don't know, it is a TV series, but the film is coming out this September, so I'll have that. We'll get to go and I'll vlog that. Plus, we are also going to drive up to Salem, Massachusetts, since it'll be like fall vibes, and this channel is going to be extremely festive starting in August. We're going to do like the Salem, you know, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Witch Museum. We're going to do the history of the witch museums. Plus, we're going to visit some sites that were filmed in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, and there's a castle not too far from there that we might get a chance to see.
Yeah, we love kind of like castles, and who doesn't love castles? But yeah, touring castles and stuff, so...
And ironically, the Downton Abbey exhibit is currently at the Castle at Park Plaza in Boston.
Yes, they're there from June to September, and we picked September. You guys were asking about anniversary plans, so we're kind of doing that for our anniversary. So beginning of September. How do you manage to keep your relationship healthy? You guys are amazing. Thank you.
It's easy for me. She's the mink.
Oh, so sweet. Honestly, I would say communication. Communication is so important in a relationship. If you don't have that, whatever. If you don't have that, things can go very, very wrong. So I would say communication. Laughing often. Do things that are fun. Be silly. Don't be so serious all the time. Being able to be your 100% pure, goofy self in front of your partner is everything. He's such a dork. I'm a dork. Don't get me wrong. There are times, because people ask if we ever fight because we seem like the perfect couple. We're not the perfect couple.
Nobody's perfect.
We rarely fight, but we do have our like disagreements. Every couple does. And
no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We don't.
Don't.
Don't what?
Do.
Do? What do you want me to do or don't?
Don't. That was a very confusing argument, as most arguments are. When I say communication with arguing and stuff like that, Larry is the type that gets quiet during an argument and doesn't want to talk. Wouldn't you say that's true? And I'm the type, I don't know if it's like a girl thing or what it is, I don't really know, but I'm the type that will get quiet just because I want him to come to me, and then the longer the time goes on, the more I stew and get upset that he's ignoring me, which is absolutely ridiculous and just makes the situation worse. So with that being said, communication. Don't be like that. Don't be like, well, why isn't he coming to me, or why isn't she going to me? Give yourself time to like calm down, of course, but once you've calmed down, then by all means approach that person and say, hey, look, can we talk? I'm sorry, can we talk? And talk it out.
And when you get to know somebody, realize that there's certain days, for no fault of yours, that they're just going to be on that edge. And it's kind of like when you see a cat laying there. If you're cat owners, you'll know what I'm talking about. You go over and you know that if you pet that cat, you're going to get scratched or bit, or something bad's going to happen. She's going to snarl at you. But you go ahead and do it anyway, and you get the chomp on the finger. When you see that's what the day is going to be like, give her some space.
Our spouses and our boyfriends, girlfriends, your couples, like girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, everybody, we see each other at our worst and our best, and that's just how it goes. So communication. That's a cute one.
Were you sad when Larry retired because the uniform was gone?
The uniform's not gone.
It's right in the closet.
Yeah, let's just take a moment just to talk about police. Somebody else asked if it was hard to be a Leo wife, and I was only a Leo wife for a very short amount of time. Was it for what certain wives and husbands for female officers that are out there that have to go through? It is stressful. Yeah, it is hard, especially when he rotates shifts.
Yeah, where I work, we rotated shifts every 28 days. So I work day shift, afternoon shift, midnight shift, and that just changed every 28 days.
It is hard, yeah. And actually, since meeting Larry and being with Larry and meeting his friends, which somebody else asked if we hang out with his friends. Yes, we do. We actually vacationed with a group of his friends. It was the most fun vacation ever. It was a blast. And I got to meet a lot of... To be honest, I used to fear police officers. Not be afraid of them, not in that way, but it, like, you just see them as, like, such this. And at the end of the day, they're real people. They're fabulous people. And you guys are wonderful. Like, what they do is so I couldn't do it. It's so hard. Like, what they're put through, what they see is insane, and it's crazy. So I just want to thank all law enforcement out there, because you guys are incredible. And thank you for your service. Yes. So is it hard to be a Leo spouse? Yes, it is. And bless all of the ones that have been doing it for the total, like 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, how many years your spouse has worked. Bless you. And yeah.
And I warned her before I retired. I said, once I'm done, the uniform's not coming back on.
I mean, of course I was attracted to you because you're a man in uniform, but it's not just that. I'm sure there is tons of ladies and gents out there who are, of course, attracted to a man or female in uniform. But it's much more than that. I mean, your personality is hilarious. I love him. So, how do you respond to hate against you and Larry? Love you guys the most. We love you too.
I read it, smile, and laugh. And I've said it before, but if it was coming from someone that was very close to me, then I would be affected negatively. But I've never got a negative comment from somebody that I was close to or invested a lot of time and emotion with. So when somebody somewhere in the world thinks that I'm goofy or I make stupid faces or I'm old or I must be her grandpa, it's all so old.
Yeah, there's nothing that people have said that we haven't heard.
And it just doesn't make any amount of anything to me in the world to have somebody I've never even met before say something negative about me. It kind of makes me laugh because they've never met me, they don't know me, but they took the time to watch a video, and then after they watch the video to take the time to make a comment.
Yeah, when you don't like it, just click out of it type of thing. But you've had a lot of experience with that, with being a police officer. You've dealt with a lot of that. I haven't. However, I will say that we're very lucky and fortunate to have a family and friend base that is very extremely supportive. We are so lucky in that sense. For somebody, though, that wasn't exposed to such criticism and hate, and then it kind of happened overnight, that was me. At first it was so upsetting. To help others that go through it, I would say it's a mindset. You have to change your mindset. You have to focus on reading something really negative and not holding on to that. Throw it away and focus on the people who are supportive, who love you, and who are writing nice things about you. Don't focus on that negative stuff. So people ask all the time, how do you do it? How do you cope with it? How do you deal with the hate? It's a mindset. It really is. It's easier said than done, I know. But it doesn't personally hurt me either anymore. Like I said, that's kind of a mindset that I've changed. What upsets me is, we're in 2019, okay? We're going on 2020. And the fact that we are still so mean and, I hate to use the word, but sometimes ignorant. Everybody is allowed to have an opinion, okay? I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion or everybody has to love us. That's not what I'm saying at all. But just to be so nasty to people is what is upsetting to me. And I feel very passionate about bullying and online bullying. And if I can somehow become part of an organization that talks about that, I'm going to join that and help other young kids, young adults, or adults that go through it. I'm very passionate about that and learned a lot because of doing YouTube, which again goes into the whole play of confidence.
It's a good thing they don't hear what my sergeant used to call me. Well, he still calls me those names.
Police humor. If any of you are officers watching, you guys know police humor is crazy.
Favorite perfume, body spray for the summer?
I would say summer perfumes, anything fruity and coconutty. Is coconutty a word?
Cocoa nutty. Pick that stuff out.
Yeah, I pick out Larry's colognes.
Yeah.
I want to get him, I always say Savage, but I think it's Sauvage. The one that has Johnny Depp on it?
I don't know.
I think it's Dior. Don't quote me.
I thought I maintained pretty good, but she just got a whole box from Bath and Body Works, and there was 2 things in it for me. So evidently I might get a little stinky, so she's trying to tell me something.
What did you do as a career before you became a hit on YouTube? Are we a hit? Larry was a police officer. Before I was on YouTube, I was an office manager at a pediatrician's office. Before that, I was a med tech at a nursing home, and then before that I was a nursing assistant, so I helped the elderly. That is what I did for my full working career, and I started working at the age of 16, which technically I worked at Dairy Queen then, and then moved on to nursing homes when I was about 17, and I worked in dietary, and then I transferred over into nursing department, and that's pretty much where I stayed.
She basically put her time in at the nursing homes because she knew she was going to marry me. So that kind of was like a training session for her.
I love the elderly. They're just the sweetest people in the world. Every time I see a veteran on TV or a veteran, Larry always thanks them for their service, and I started doing it too. They just melt my heart. Will you be filming more Harry Potter videos? Yes, Harry Potter will always remain a part of this channel.
If she didn't, I would make sure she did.
There we go. I mean, I love Harry Potter. How do you do your signature bun? I have videos on that, guys. So I have filmed 2. I filmed one recently, like maybe 2 months ago. So I will link that video in the description box below for you guys to check out.
Where did you get the gold heart necklace? It's so pretty.
Thank you. So I have so many questions about this gold heart pendant necklace. One side is gold, the other side is silver. It's actually a locket. A lot of people ask me if it is. It is. I don't have anything in it. The story behind this locket is I was very young for one Christmas. I was probably in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and my grandmother, who has passed on, gifted this to me for Christmas. So that is the story behind this locket.
A lot of sentimental value.
Very much so.
Which Harry Potter character would you say Larry reminds you of, and why?
It's so difficult.
Dumbledore, because he's older than dirt.
No, I was going to say Dumbledore because he's so wise, and you're so wise, but you're very humorous, though. So you're kind of like a combination of Dumbledore and Sirius Black, in a way.
The answer to that could be found on page 394.
What is your favorite beauty product? That's a hard one because I love makeup. I don't film that a lot just because I'm not the best at makeup, but I love makeup. Love makeup. Love eyeshadow palettes. I love shimmer. I would say currently my favorite concealer is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. It is incredible, and it's all I have on my face today, and then just a translucent setting powder. So I would say Bare Minerals is very quickly becoming one of my favorite. And then for eyeshadow palettes, that's a hard one. But today I'm wearing the Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. That has been my favorite. That's a hard one.
My favorite concealer is... Hey, gone!
Oh my god. You need the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I put it somewhere and I can't find it.
They're very rare.
It's invisible.
How old are we?
I'm older than dirt.
Oh my gosh, stop it. It's not.
No.
How old are you, babe?
57.
And I am 27.
What?
And we should go over our birthdays too, because a lot of people ask that.
Mine's in a month.
Yeah, Larry's birthday.
So I will be 58.
July 26th. He's a Leo.
Leo.
And mine is October 8th, and I am a Libra.
I was a Leo, which is also the zodiac sign, but also short for law enforcement officer. So that worked out pretty good for me. And my sergeant and the guy who's the lieutenant now, we all share the same birthday.
That's crazy.
And one is ginormous, the other one is huge, and then there's me. So we always kid that we were born on the same day. We were triplets, but I was the runt.
Yeah, you guys are like the 3 brothers.
Yeah, the 3 amigos.
I also suffer with anxiety, panic attacks, and was curious how you handle yours when it starts up. So I have been open about that on my channel. I do have, I would say, generalized anxiety. I don't have the severe version of anxiety. I get the feeling in my chest where it feels really tight and I feel like I can't catch my breath and I feel like I just want to freak out. So I guess that would be anxiety, and it's something that I always ignored and just tried to deal with. I used to get that at school a lot when I was a kid, but just kind of like ignored it. So now, as an adult, what I do when that starts happening is I really try to focus on breathing. I remove myself from the situation. Even if you feel like you can't remove yourself from a situation, if you are having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, it is best to get yourself into a quiet place and a place that you feel safe. That's what I do. I'll make myself a nice bath and try to calm myself. Just put yourself in a very calm situation. I know sometimes that's hard because if you're at work or you're in a meeting and something happens, sometimes you have to just get through it. I guess if it's something that you actually can't get out of, you can't walk away from, maybe count in your head, maybe take sips of water and just kind of like slowly focus on your breathing. I would just say like
control your breathing.
That's the best advice I can give.
Yeah, you did very good at Universal. When we were in line for the ride that we were in for so long, we were getting baked in the sun and we were absolutely soaked. I don't think we could have been any more wet than what we were. Yeah. And then we got stuck in a room with probably 200 people. Yeah, for 3 hours straight, and it was extremely loud. That we don't know, and it was loud, and we were all kind of packed in there, and we were all soaked. That really does test your... And there was no problems at all. We had someone come up to meet us, and they said, "I'm sorry, I'm nervous because I'm meeting you, and when I get nervous, I'm a dork." Well, you are looking at the king and queen of dork. Yeah, if you guys meet us and I say something really stupid, or I've had this happen where I met somebody and she was so nice. We were at the Wizarding World and we were like in different lanes, and I was in this queue, she was in that queue over there, and she's like, "Oh, are you Mindy? I watch your YouTube channel." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's so nice to meet you." And I went to go shake her hand and reach out, but she was already like starting to walk away, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." That was really embarrassing, and I laughed so hard that so don't worry about being a dork because we're all dorks at heart. It's okay. What is your favorite time to go to Universal? What season? It's either Halloween or Christmas time because they go all out for both. For Halloween, they do Halloween Horror Nights, so you get to do the Wizarding World and it's all great. And then you get to experience Halloween in the haunted houses. And then for Christmas, a lot of people have asked me recently if they do anything special for Christmas, and yes, they do. Diagon Alley, Hogwarts, and all throughout the park and the other places are all decorated for Christmas. And they do a Hogwarts Christmas show on the castle. Yeah, I think Christmas, if you get to go there, you don't have the snow. But in Hogwarts, you... by Hogsmeade, they have snow on the buildings, and it looks real. They have icicles, and I mean, they went all out in detail. So that kind of gets you back, if you're from the north like we are, to seeing the snow. It's incredible. It is incredible. Those are the best seasons to go. Plus, it's cooler. It's more comfortable here in Florida around that time of year. Somebody else has the best seasons to go, or to avoid Universal. Don't ever avoid it. And some people, it's easier to go to Universal in the summer because the kids are on vacation from school. But they asked me the hottest seasons. The hottest seasons here in Florida are going to be like end of May through October is our hottest seasons here. Can you do a summer nighttime routine video, pretty please? Yes, we will do that. I was thinking I might do a summer morning routine with us and then possibly do like a fall cozy night in routine, nighttime routine, and then also probably a Christmas festive nighttime routine as well. So the summer one might possibly be a morning routine. Well, for me, I would be in the pool at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's true. Which works out good for you because it's dark and you'd see less of me. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was just agreeing with you and then my brain finally processed what you were saying. Are you planning on filming any makeup tutorials? P.S. I love watching your channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I'm most creative, or I love doing fall makeup and Christmas time makeup. So that's probably when the next tutorials are going to come through. I'm not going to be doing any. No? You did my makeup. You did a fabulous job. Well. Maine is another place we want to go. The question was, would you ever consider vacationing in Maine? Yes. Sure. Yes. And again, I personally would like to go during probably what is the busiest tourist season of the year in Maine would be to see the fall colors. I want to go so bad. That's the one thing I miss about living in Ohio is the trees, the smells of the wet leaves in the fall when it's just starting and all the acorns on the driveway. And I miss the metro parks. If you guys are from Ohio, you will know I miss the Cleveland metro parks so bad. We used to go to Pennsylvania a lot in the fall time and go down the Pennsylvania Turnpike and see all the colors. Yes. Oh, that's such a great question. How did Lexi become part of the family? That's an amazing question. So I was at the time living on my own. I had an apartment in North Olmsted.
and Larry and I were kind of talking. We were talking, and my best friend, she lived about 2 hours away from me at the time, and she worked at PetSmart, and she's like, you have got to come see this cat. She was trying to talk me into getting a cat. And at the time, I lived on my own. I was working a full-time job. I had bills to pay. I was like, I cannot. Plus, I wasn't allowed to have a cat at the apartment. And I made the trip out. We were seeing each other every single weekend or every other weekend. So I drove out to go visit her, and she brought me into PetSmart, and she pointed out this cat, and I was like, oh, she's so cute. And at PetSmart, they were like in the little glass boxes, and I put my finger on the glass, I swear. So yeah, this is the cutest little story ever. I put my finger on the glass just to like, oh, hi babies, and she reached out her paw and stretched, which she still does in real life. She'll stretch out and put her paw right on your face, and she did that, and she touched my finger through the glass. I was like, oh my god, she's the one. I was like, can you take her out? Can we play with her? So we took her out, we played with her, and she was the sweetest little kitty ever. And I had called Larry, and I was like, you know when you're like talking to somebody and you're like, hey, can we get this cat, even though you're not really an official couple, but you want to be, so you ask. And he was like, what'd you say?
Nope.
He said, no, you're not bringing a cat home. He's like, you live in an apartment. My mom said the same thing. She's like, you really shouldn't be getting a cat. And I didn't listen. I brought home the kitty, and that is how we got Lexi Kitty. I brought her through the 2-hour car journey, and then I hid her in a box, and I carried her up to my apartment on the 3rd floor, which was the top floor at my apartment, and snuck her in, and she's the greatest thing ever. I was just telling Larry the other day, she is my favorite purchase of my like entire life. I just love her so much. She's napping in our bedroom, in case you're wondering where she's at. Any tips on wedding planning? I just got engaged. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We fortunately, we had it very easy with that. We pretty much knew the amount of people to invite, which was right about the capacity of the room that we were in. Mm-hmm. And because of my involvement with the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, I received permission, thank you, to have our wedding there.
That's great.
And I was able to twist the arm of the judge that did the ceremony, thank you, Judge Hagan, to come in and take care of the services for us. So we had an outstanding place and outstanding people, so it was very easy for us.
Yeah, just work together with your spouse, and if you can have your bridesmaids or groomsmen that are really helpful, or your mom and your dad, have them help you, because it can be a stressful time. So just try to get help. If you don't have help, just breathe. Try to breathe, and it'll all come together. And the planning part is the most stressful, and then when your wedding day comes, it's all so worth it, and it's the funnest experience ever.
I just think if you're going to have a DJ or if you're going to have a live band, and how that fits into where you're going to be, if you're going to be somewhere where a live band might be frowned upon, then consider that before you do that.
All right, we're going to end on a summertime question, since this is our summertime Q&A. Where do you want to travel most this summer?
I would like to take Mindy to New York City. She has never been there, and with the filming of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, there's a lot of Harry Potter references there.
They have the Harry Potter play there too, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yes.
I would love to see that.
So I would love for her to see New York City. I have been lucky enough to be there twice.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes.
All the places, Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sad, but the memorial and tributes to 9/11, I think, is something that would be important to see. So yeah, New York City this summer would be the dream vacation. It's in the works. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll let you know.
Yeah, if we don't do it this summer, I think it'll probably be a definite next summer.
I would love to go to see the Christmas tree, though.
But
I know it would be cold. Oh, and
Very
you wanted to have me see Macy's. That's in the parade, because I love the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. It is my favorite thing ever. So, yeah. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this super long Q&A. The next Q&A will be this fall, which I'm so excited for. So get your fall questions ready, and
probably about 3 months.
Yeah. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and we'll see you guys again very soon.
And thank you everyone who submitted questions, and we apologize if we didn't get to yours, but there was a lot of them.
There was a lot of questions.
It really was.
I mean, this camera has already cycled through 3 times of full filming. So that we tried to make it long. I'm sorry if you guys don't like long videos, but we're trying to answer as many as possible. So stay tuned for the next Q&A. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram if you guys would like to be a part of the polls and the questions and everything else like that. And we'll see you guys again very soon.
Comment down below.
Bye.
Bye. You had this on you.
Thank you for getting it off.
You're welcome.
Hi everybody and welcome back to a new video. You didn't say hi.
Let's do it again.
Okay. After putting up the poll, no, not the poll, I keep calling it a poll. The other person will answer first.
Okay.
So we'll just keep alternating, that way we're both talking, that way Mindy doesn't get in trouble for talking too much.
It's your show.
I used to get in trouble with that at school. Kicked out of class for talking.
Yes.
That's a thing. I'm a talker. Okay. Do I have a booger?
No.
I don't?
No.
Okay. My nose itches. Maybe it's allergies. See, there goes my shirt.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, you smell nice. I have coffee breath. You have Listerine breath. Oh, yeah. I did that wrong.
Yes, you did.
Cut.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You have to sneeze?
No.
Do you have to blow your snot nose?
Do I have a snot nose?
Do you know what I did the other day? I got really mad at somebody. They cut me off or something like that, and I called him a snot.
Well, that's not good.
I mean, it's better than saying something else. And then I started laughing. I looked at my mom and I was like, I just called that person a snot. In my defense, they were not driving very nicely. They were cutting a bunch of us off, weaving in and out of traffic, which is not safe to do in the first place. Okay, so I'll have to insert all that. That's going to be like a minute intro. Last time we went, we got attacked by those no-see-ums. Flancies?
Flancies?
Sand fleas. I am so ridiculous, yeah. And now I'm more of like lifestyle. Plus, we're also gone.